Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Training Tuesday segment. I'm Suzanne Castle of Suzanne Castle Consulting and the Brilliant Collab and the Sparkle Factor. And I am so danged excited to welcome Jamie Young here today. Jamie Young is the Swagalicious swag queen who is all focused on how to just show up generously, give back in amazing ways, and help yourself and your company and your people just know that they are memorable to you. And so I want to give her as much time as possible because we are in this virus mess. And a lot of us are concerned on how we can show up to the world, how we stay in touch with people in creative ways. And she has a whole lot to share about that. I want to remind you that you can use the comment feature, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to be monitoring those. Let me know where you're watching from. And let's swing it over to Jamie. Jamie, thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here. Let me know.
I was going to host this live, but a little watch party. Okay. This is going to be fun. So showing up generously right now. Oh my goodness. So many opportunities, honestly. I know that we are all kind of stuck at home, but so I'm Jamie Young. My business is Jamie Young Swag and Strategy. I am the creator of the Generous Business Boost. I'm also the events director for the Portland Women's Expo. I wear a lot of hats.
Yes, you do.
I'm a mom of 3, one of which is a 2-year-old. So it's been quite the challenge to work from home. But kind of what I want to talk about today is how anybody can show up generously in their community, whether you own a business or whether you do not own a business, if you're a part of any type of organization. So the reason why is the marketplace is really crowded right now. I know that when I open up my mailbox, it's just automated crap. Excuse my language. It's automated. There's nothing handwritten. Sometimes it just says like household, like there's not even a name on it.
Right.
My inbox is crazy crowded. My notifications are out of control. And so with it being overly crowded, people are feeling invisible and people are also feeling isolated given the current circumstances. And so I think this is a great way to kind of stand up and reach and extend your hand. And that could be to a friend, that could be to a group of girlfriends that you do happy hour with on a Friday or a Thursday, a consistent basis. Like we can still keep the normality. A little bit of kind of how I got started helping people become generous is when I accepted a position with the Portland Women's Expo back in 2013, my job was to help businesses. My job is to onboard vendors and sponsors for that event. And what I learned in that first year there, when I was working on renewals, is businesses will come back if they see a return on their investment, right?
Right.
And businesses who don't get a return on their investment, well, they don't want to come back because they didn't see an ROI. And so the major difference was these successful vendors were incentivizing an action. So when someone's walking through an event, you might see a spin wheel or a game or something, right? You know that there's going to be some type of prize associated with that. And so I would encourage that. I would encourage to host a game or activity, but don't let them play until you get some type of lead information. But make sure the prize is branded. So when they leave, they never forget about you. And it's just constantly there. And so 6 years in, I found myself making all these recommendations and sending them online. And I decided I'm going to go open my own promotional products company.
That's awesome.
And I did. And then I realized I was doing so much strategy with them because it's not just swag. Swag alone doesn't generate anything, right?
That's right.
So, it'd be like a dentist giving out chocolate bars. It's just totally disconnected, totally disconnected. Like I'm talking to dentists recommending, give out these credit card flossers that slip into your billfold. That makes sense. There's actually business cards that have floss, right? They're just a little thicker. So I do want to kind of share some fun ideas and tips with
Yay,
your
that's great.
audience. And this is going to be for your social media audience, right? Connected with snail mail, right? Because I get tickled pink when I get something in the mail that has a handwritten address on it, right?
Yes.
Or when you feel it, right? You know that there's something in it. It could be a handwritten letter, it could be a gift. So here are some opportunities. And the reason why is to stay connected and create connection, because we all have people in our network that maybe they're friends from high school and you want to reignite that connection. Maybe it's somebody in your professional network that you want to, strengthen your relationship with them. So make a list. Is it 5? Is it 10 possibilities? And decide what you want to send to them, right? So it could just be a handwritten letter. But if you want to take it a step further, maybe it is your group of girlfriends that you do happy hour with, every Thursday or one Thursday a month. Maybe you get together a great branded wine glass, right?
Ooh,
or
fun.
hats, or I call it tribe swag.
Tribe swag.
Yeah, like hats or shirts or something but send it out to them, because it's the time to just make that connection and just feel great. So that's the why. The engagement plan is deciding what you want to do, right? What is the product that you're going to send? And ultimately following up on that too. So if it's business, if it's an organization, if it's just a friend, keep that fire going and reignite that connection.
I love it. So good. So are you finding that there are certain things that are creative ways to do that? We've got some moms on here, we have entrepreneurs on here, we have leaders on here. It's a crazy, chaotic kind of circus of a group, which I love immensely. And are there things that you find are better bang for the buck, or that are maybe some low cost things that people can think about? What are some good things that you're seeing in your world?
Well, every client's different. I've got the B2B world, I've got the B2C, so business to business, business to consumer. The items you give are different for those categories. There are some universal products though, like universally hats and shirts and mugs are really not specific to personal or business. There are some really fun items. I have a client who just sent out some magnet photo frame calendars, which I think is great because that fits great into an envelope, and she's going to stay on the fridge as long as that magnet works.
Right, right.
There's a lot of really fashionable swag right now. Like if you gave me a hat today, depending on how trendy it was, determines if I'm going to sport it. Right. Same with a shirt. And I always love a great mug. Like I need some better mugs in my life. Like this is just so generic.
Right.
Somebody please send me a cool mug.
There you go.
The swag girl needs a mug.
That's hilarious to me. So for people that are one of the things that I'm finding with some of my clients is they're trying to figure out how to honor celebrations. So whether it's in their own families, like birthdays, or like my daughter is turning 16 in a couple of weeks, and she can't get her driver's license because that's just not allowed right now. And so whether it's birthday parties or life stage events or a special someone or something, do you have maybe an idea of something to kind of drop in the mail to them to make them feel special?
Yeah, you can get one-off mugs, you can get one-off t-shirts, you can get tote bags, you can get some one-off things for sure. I know my sister, she takes fabulous vacations. If you're watching this, I'm jealous. She takes fabulous vacations all the time, and she's so stinking cute because they have matching shirts on every vacation they go to.
Oh,
when they do
sweet.
Disneyland, they're like Disneyland ones, but of course the mama and the dada and the son have different things on them. So I think that's great. Obviously, she's not taking a vacation right now, but
Yep.
But yeah, so like for your daughter, you could absolutely put together a cute little bundle and send that off to her. Or if it's your granddaughter that has something going. I also have a supplier that has the most delicious brownies in the entire world, and they're shipped out next day. And you can do a really like a personalized note on it.
Oh, that's fun.
So you can send you can do the big box crates, a tin. I mean, I think it starts at like, I don't know, $15, $17 and goes all the way up to very large assortments. So it depends on how many people are receiving it.
That's good. And do you think, because there's the onslaught, I'm with you, on my feeds and my email, that the snail mail is just another touch to let someone know how much they really are meaning to you? Because it's not easy to like track to the post office right now if you don't do, digital mail. And so are you finding that people are responding to snail mail in a kind of slightly different way than before?
I can't speak to that other than my own experience is, I mean, the one thing I have to look forward to every day is checking the mail.
Right? Yes. Walking to the mailbox is an event right now,
But walking to the mail, and I think I do think email marketing and social media marketing and direct mail marketing is all extremely valid, but you can incentivize all those pieces with swag and branded merchandise. So there are ways to connect those two for sure.
Right. I know that we've got a couple of teachers on here. So do you have any special advice for our wonderful educators that are living a new reality? I mean, I know especially we've got a preschool teacher on here who's doing creative art classes with doing videos and sending them to do art with her and things like that. So do you have any fun ideas for them before we kind of, I'm looking at the comments to see if we've got any questions. You guys pop them in.
Well, I guess if any of your educators do kind of come together with their tribe and their community and they share something, I know in any profession I've ever had, we've either done coffees together, or we've done wine together, or we've done trips together, is I say, come together with some tribe swag, right? Or maybe the parents can come up with a fund, like to actually put money towards a way to support them in a fun way. Maybe it is brownies that are going to be deployed out to all the teachers that are in these children's classes. I mean, there are ways to either support them as an exterior motive, or if you're part of a group, like, you know what, we're stuck at home and we're drinking wine virtually together. Let's all have the same glass.
Yes, exactly.
And then on the back, have it quarantine 2020. Like, you will never forget.
And I love that. Think about like branding the quarantine,
Yes.
Right. That's really, really smart. That's really smart. Well, Jamie, I'm so glad that you took time. I know you are one heck of a busy lady, and thank you for showing up for us in a generous spirit. And in the comments above, below, however you're watching what you're watching, I've put in links. And so if you're curious about the work that Jamie does, she does some really neat promo things, gives really good ideas on content. Just jump into her Facebook page. You can follow her on different social media. She's got a great web page. She really shines. And so I encourage you to just be about all things Jamie Young, swag and strategy. So anyway, thank you all very much. Thank you, Jamie. This was Training Tuesday, and we will see you next Tuesday. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.